right. Good afternoon. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming back here to another little stream. I am using a new camera we got set up, so I hope the audio or the video comes out good. But if you are new to these, this is what we do here on the daily. We try to come in here, we show you guys some levels, some setups that we see going into this next week. We kind of go over some NQ, we look over some alts, and then we go from there. So today, what we're gonna start off with, we're gonna take a gander at some NQ and what we have going on with that, and then we are also going to take a look at. Let me make sure. Hope the video is good for y'all. I mean, it looks better for me, but I don't know how it is for you guys. I'm hoping it's better for you guys. That's my hope. Hold up. There we go. Gotta fix that fucking desk. Go. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Make sure there's no delay when it's switching. Okay. All right. So the first thing first, let's get into let's take a gander at some of these things that we got going on here on NQ and what we can see happening possibly going into this next week. And then we'll take a look at some cryptos and what we got on those. Maybe we can find a solid setup using that. Is that crack indicator too? You know, I've been loving that one recently. If you guys are not familiar, make sure you check out CRAK Trading, CRAK_trading. I'm a great guy, phenomenal trader. He codes pretty cool indicators. And now I got another screen where I can just watch my recording. So if you see me looking to the side, I'm probably looking at chat. See what's going on. I should probably pop it up right in front of me so I don't have to look away from y'all. But that is that's the guy. Maybe I'll attach it to the ceiling. Gotta talk to Mr. Hayes about that. Which Tuesday he's gonna be returning, and we're gonna be doing a full-on stream during that time. So make sure you guys stay tuned. All right, let's take a gander. Maybe he'll also hop in here. We'll see. All right, let's take a gander. Let's see if he joins up. If he does, he does. If not, then not. Trying to find my water still out here. New setup, always looking for water. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at NQ and some of those levels that are important to us going into this next week. All right, so we always want to make sure we mark out our previous week high, previous week low. So right there, previous week high, our previous week low is going to be right here. Quite a range. Looking a little bit like a broadening formation out here. We swept this liquidity and retested this level right there that we had going on for a while. We still have some below that we can possibly come down to. So let's outline those as well. That's a possibility, not a fact of those levels getting hit, but always want to watch out for those. This was a nice area. This was a good area that we can probably I'll get. I don't want to get rid of that yet. All right, let's take a gander though. Let's delete some of these lows that we've just kind of broken through. Maybe keep some of these that we retested. This is a nice level to keep out. What is this? 23,138. 23,138 Alt H. If you guys are using TradingView, 20 or Alt H draws a horizontal line for y'all. For those that do not know, Alt V draws a vertical line. Just for anybody that is curious in terms of those shortcuts and things like that, always trying to give you guys little tips and tricks. So right there, and our Sunday open is at let's see if that will display our levels. 22,850. That's why I like the haste one. Haze option. Oh my god, whatever. Let's see. It's not key levels. It's gonna be. No. Not dynamic levels. Not candle opens. Oh my god, what is that fucking indicator? Hey, CIC level pro. No, that's the wrong one. Weekly, yearly open. What do you mean? Key levels, there we go. Weekly open 22,850. Quarterly open, there you go. Weekly 22,850. Cool. That is that's what we want. 22,850. 22,850. 22,850. That is our Sunday open. We got our Friday, Wednesday, Thursday. There we go. Okay, so we got Sunday open. We have our previous weekly high. We got previous weekly low. Those are the levels that we are working with this week. So if we do come down to this previous weekly low and sweep that, we can look for a possible reversal. Right, we were always looking for either a reversal or a continuation to the upside. So for that, that's just a little bit of how I use those levels. If we do come down and retest the level, then I'm looking for a reaction off of that level. If we come down and tap it and sweep the liquidity, don't see any displacement to the downside, then we're likely to continue to the upside or reverse to the upside. And that's works vice versa, right? What is this? Let me see what kind of news we got this week. August 4th. Let's see. Not many news for USD in terms of folder wise. Not anything orange. Not a lot of red. Not a lot of news this week. That is good. I'm just looking at USD. So Monday, nothing. Tuesday, 8 a.m., ISM PMI. Wednesday, nothing. Thursday, we got unemployment claims. Friday, nothing. So kind of an empty week. I feel like we got a bunch of news last week, so this week is going to be nice and empty. I'm looking at my calendar right there for anybody wondering. Always referring to that. All right, let's outline the same thing on this other one. Let's see. Some of these Pengu. Come on, girl. Let's outline the same thing on this. Previous week high, previous week low. Wait. That's previous monthly low. Get previous week low. 567. That's previous week low, previous week high. Got quite the highs here. And then our Sunday open. So we do have some more levels to the downside that we can possibly come down and retest. This grind up really feels like they might want to just push it down. This is just a retrace into something. We fill this opening gap, right? Obviously, we gapped down a little bit initially. But that previous week low, how they're leaving that and this grind to the upside overnight typically leads to a little bit of a downside move going into the weekly open. I'm just speaking from experience and what I've learned so far. Let's get rid of some of these. These can get lost. Obviously, we hit those liquidities, right? Those are some of those things that we were looking at. And with that, let's take a gander at some of these things that we've gone over and that we've done. Always looking for my water, man. I feel lost without it. And then we'll take a look at some of these crypto riptos. I know it's a little bit of a late stream. I was making dinner and then working out and then making dinner. Let's take a look at these. Let's take a look at the week and what the trades that we've had on it. Right. Let's see. Let's start with Monday. So Monday over here is Sunday opening rejection to the downside. So obviously we looked over here on Sunday. Right there, came up and retested that level. Obviously, did not want to continue to the upside, so we just rejected to the downside. And from there, it was Zom. Actually, let me put this right here. There we go. That's a little better. You can see side by side of what is going on, and yeah, just figuring out how to set these up still, just so that I have a better view of everything. All right, so Sunday, right? Sunday opening rejected these levels to the downside and continue up. So retest of the previous week high and bounce on OB for after sweep of the liquidity. So we swept liquidity right here, formed this order block, right? We also swept that order block liquidity right there. So sweep and displacement of that typically gives us a nice little continuation to the upside. We swept this level, and then from there it was just kind of a little bit of an S&D day. So that was Monday. Going into Tuesday, we had a really nice shorting opportunity. I unfortunately was not able to take advantage of it as I was busy with some other things. But over here, you've seen that projection multiple times. We hit that projection at that 2.5 and then rejected to the downside for a nice continuation. That was really solid. That was about it on Tuesday. So kind of consolidation, or consolidation, manipulation, expansion, reversal, right? Or a good old and we were sweeping these liquidities right here. Good old ICT stuff. Over here, Wednesday was a little bit more of a technical day, right? We had a lot of these choppy little price action, right? And we said going into the session we were going to see some S&D. Asian session consolidated, then London session took out both sides, so we swept the low, then we swept the high, started to reverse back to the downside. We see this opening price 930 sweep of that liquidity of London, so we automatically think that, okay, price swept that, given it's an S&D day. Where is the most likely place that price wants to go to? It's probably up top above right here. So we sweep this, right? Nice little reversal. Could have waited right after this sweep right there. Retrace back into the 50% of this wick. 50% of the wick holds. We continue to the upside right there. And then obviously we got Powell, boom, and then news on fucking Tesla and whatever company was reporting, and then we get that nice ripper to the upside. That's pretty nice. Thursday, let's take a gander over here. So 5-minute fair value gap, right? Rejection of the fair value gap overnight. Come up over here. This rejects after we get above those liquidities a little bit. Sweep of liquidity with no displacement above. So sweep of this liquidity, and we have no displacement. You can see we're kind of consolidating here right after the rejection right there. So then 9:30 opens up, going to start trickling down, and then we just see a massive continuation to the downside from here on out. I was initially going to take this inversion fair value gap, right, or this fair value gap, but at the same time, we could have looked at it. Okay, we inverted this fair value gap. We came in pretty close. We had this fair value gap right here. What is our most likely draw next for liquidity, right? That's more likely to the downside, as we had just this left overnight and this just atrocious pump of just for nothing, right? On that, and then grinding overnight, nice little rejection to the downside. That was Thursday for everybody. And then Friday, finally coming into Friday night. Friday, honestly, it was mostly night trading for me. We retested this 2125 level. We broke it. Couldn't displace above it. So then we continued to the downside on it. And then that gave us that solid run. And then, yeah, and then New York session opens up. We have that expansion, obviously, Thursday. As Tia has studied ICT for a little while. Show my back. Tia studied ICT, and she typically says that if Thursday puts in a high, then Friday is like a continuation of the same trend that we saw. So Thursday was a high right there. We saw a nice little trickle down displacement over here. Nice continuation to the downside, right? We sweep this liquidity over there, so then what are we more likely to see? Probably some more downside. We still had some levels that we wanted to sweep to the downside that you saw in the 15-minute. We come up, take this liquidity, no displacement above it. This is at 8:40, 9:30. We open up, sweep this liquidity, retesting some of these levels, and then continuation to the downside. That was the week right there. And like I said, yeah, going into tomorrow, we're watching that Sunday open. We either come back, retest it, maybe sweep that previous weekly low, and then continue to the upside. But that is a big thing that we are watching right now. Ping, I'm closing out. Let's take a look at some of these cryptos. Let's take a look at some of these crypto names and see what we got going on. Let me save that. You can see this liquidity crack indicator. Has been awesome, right? Sweep, sellers coming in. Just awesome in general. Let's take a gander at some of these cryptos, see what we got going on here. Let's start off with just going over what I've been doing recently, just starting over, looking at percent change on the ones that are showing a lot of strength. Syrup, sweep of these liquidities. Syrup looks pretty decent, right? The only thing I don't like is that blunt daily, but otherwise, Syrup looks like it is ready to, maybe not. Let me see what Mr. Hayes got to say about these. XRP daily 1 inch. If I can spell syrup right, I will be awesome. I see Mr. Hayes that mentioned XRP on the daily. This one's looking nice. Yeah, I like this. Above this monthly open, it'll be really nice. Yeah, like a lot of these monthlies look really fucking good. So a lot of them going into wherever they want to go into, they look fucking awesome. Let's see, XRP. We can take some XRPs. Just because I feel like this one has shown strength, right? And now we're displacing above those levels. The only thing that we need to clear is probably that daily, right? And then we can see a nice continuation to the upside on our XRP. I feel like this is a nice consolidation, continuation kind of deal. Retesting some of these highs, right? These breakout highs. So hit the -1, -1618, -25. Around those levels, that would be awesome. For yeah, 4333. XRP, and then 1 inch. Gosh, 1 inch. Shibai. Oh, this is a solid one. So retrace into OTE, probably of this range right there. Yeah, 618 holding. We're below the 200, so that's a little scary. But other than that, that looks pretty decent. Let's see what we got here. Nobody in the chat. That's all right. But weekly looks good. Monthly looks super solid. Honestly, right? We can still come down just a smidge more on this one. But other than that, this one looks pretty solid for a solid continuation to the upside on this one. And those tops that it left, those look awesome. All right, let's take a look at some of these like big gainers. So Syrup, Ripple, RPL, BXM Fartcoin, not even fucking touching that thing. ENA Haste mentioned this one a while back inside our Discord, so that one looks really good. ENA, and we have been writing it for probably the past 3 days. CNA Mover, MOBR, Obol, Bonk. I've been seeing that. ARC, Bank. Bank doesn't look terrible. Maybe it'll give us a pop. Possible. All right. Bank. Below the monthly open. So if we are below that monthly opening price, we are more likely to do an open low high close on the month than not, right? And also this monthly is looking like a nice rising 3. I got a vent fan blowing right into my eyes right now. So if I start crying, that's why. Just a heads up. Let's see, Bank. Yeah, Bank looks pretty decent. Jelly. It's a shitcoin. Huma. XLM. Dang, that one is fucking solid. I think we were looking at this one not too long ago. XLM, ENS. That looks good. Cyber, ATH. This one looks solid as well. Daily, weekly, monthly. Monthly looks good. Maybe not. I take back. Soph looks like it wants to give. Kai, Ras, Gun. Brackalif after getting fucking smashed out here on that. Is it ready to give again? XMR, decent. ETH, we need to see a nice continuation out of ETH, right? It's either going to continue a broadening formation or it's going to fucking dump out of that daily FEG. Uni. Uni retest of these. Didn't quite tap into that. We don't want to reject off of that, off of this, right? The way that it's holding right here is pretty decent, but we don't want it to go any lower than that on Uni. Let's see what our 4 hours looking like. 4 hours, nice CISD right there. Daily's looking decent. Weekly is okay. Monthly, see, a lot of these are putting in those wicks, so it feels like they want to get cranking on these, right? If they put in the low, then I would love to see highs on these. If that was if those were the lows for the month, then the highs are going to be high. At least previous monthly high, right, on those. It's at least something that we want to see. So Uni, we're posting these in our Discord, so if you're not a part of it, make sure you check out www.papershares.io and to make sure I text Mr. Hayes to make sure the giveaway winner gets their well-deserved link. Mr. Cake, congratulations. And that is not the last giveaway that we are doing. We're going to be doing a lot more giveaways once we are 22 viewers. Nice. That ain't bad. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching, for tuning in. Uni, don't. We don't want to see a rejection of the daily IFEG monthly, but in a decent low for us to continue to the upside. 4 hour CISD as well on this one. Yeah, Uni, Flamingo, XRP. Yeah, XRP still looks good. Arab, Solve. Morpho. It displaced that. The Morpho looks fucking good. Just these weekly fucking opens. Like, the monthlies look good. The 3 months. So you would need to get above those previous 3 months highs if we want to see anything on some of these. Like, these monthlies look decent, right? But at the same time, some of these look just fucking atrocious on those higher time frames. 4 hour Morpho looks good. Hourly is okay. Hourly, you can probably slap it right there if you're not wanting to risk too much. But Morpho, that one looks good. Let's put this one in our names. Let's maybe post this one actually in our little Discord community. If you guys are also not part of that, make sure you check out AltScope. It's a little community that Hayes and I are building on Twitter as well. So make sure you're tuning in. Make sure you're watching. Make sure you're following that up. That's probably the best way to... But if these put in that monthly low, then we can see some nice runs on these. AVAX retested this again. And it's in deep OTE. AVAX, yeah. Even if we want to like do this right there, 786. Weekly, just the way these weeklies, like the monthlies are good, weeklies are okay. The 3 months is fucking atrocious. The sweep of that. Oh my goodness. The sweep and rejection of this order block and fucking, oh god. That is ugly. Ugh. The way some of them were opening up was looking really fucking promising, but now I don't even know no more. Good displacement. I mean, AVAX, we can try for it, right? Put your stop at the fucking low and see what happens. Either get fucking blown out or you get a solid continuation. AVAX. I want to look at some of those ones that we've traded before. CRV, triple V doesn't look bad. Below the quarterly open. Monthly is right there. Okay, weekly AVAI. I want to take a look at some of those that are been decent to us. Sushi, Phil, SDX. Let's take a gander at these by our sorting category. 88 Cardano doesn't look bad. Bico. Bico still got some nice highs left. Monthly is looking solid. 3 month. 3 months is a little ugly. Seems like they did the same shit last quarter. Pump it up and then fucking dump these things. Don't want to see that. Triple V, not bad. AGLD, like bad. BMT got fucking cooked up. No sweep of that. Right? Because where's that low? 7207 and low. Here's 72000. So no sweep right there on this one. Ondo Uni. Yeah, I'm liking Uni Flamingo Makers. Okay. With AAVE. That's a solid tap of this consolidation. AAVE. Ave. I mean, the thing is, we cleared a lot of this just like bullshit stuff. Oh, hold up. AVE could get it, honestly. AVE, I like this one on the monthly. Let's see what we got on the crack indicator. Confluence, still red on this one. Let's see, 4 hour. 4 hour needs to clear above that line. It's above this line on the hourly, above the crack confluence. Last time we got above the hourly crack confluence was on the FHE, and we fucking sent that shit up. AI. SKL. Yeah, syrup does look good with the sweep of that liquidity right here. So sweep of actually of both of these liquidities. Ooh, good tap close, pretty close to tapping that OV. Oh my goodness, I'm fucking sleepy today. I had a nice day with Mr. Hayes at the lake. Arc got fucking killed. But infinity lows. So, hey, possibility of fucking reversal here. That is disgusting. That's fucking atrocious. Ugh. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. Arc. Let's keep a close eye on Arc. Arc, if it displaces this fair value gap, then we can watch for some like this, and then that. But otherwise, I'm hands off on Arc right now. Arc. ATH, I'm still a fan of ATH with the sweep of that. That monthly on ATH does not look terrible at all. That weekly, this is a nice OTE hit right here. ATH does not look bad to me. Diamonds in my Cartier. Let's see. ATH. Not bad. INJ. INJ. Would love to see some continuations out of these that we've covered. Popcat. Ooh, Popcat. Meow. Popcat. Meow. Weekly looks gross. Monthly. If those are the monthly lows, maybe previous monthly low sweeps, those wouldn't be bad. If we swept those previous monthly lows, I feel like those would be solid considering. Oh no, we didn't. Did we sweep this liquidity over here? If you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, make sure to ask away in the chat. Always here for y'all. Fettuccine fat girl. Doesn't look bad. Top of this OB. Apparently I'm fucking tired. Supposedly after drinking a cup of coffee. Comp. Possible. Keeps on kind of doing that same thing. We're in a little triangle on it. On comp. So comp maybe held the OTE of this range right there, 786 tap, and 50% on this, huh? We did tap right into that. Comp doesn't look bad. Now comp is something I would consider. We just don't want to see these being doing the same shit they've done before, where it's like oh yeah, it's reversing, and then it's an open high low close, and then we get fucking killed on these. That is the only thing that we don't want to see on that. Right. New Jasmine LPT doesn't look bad. Gigafill Sushi AVAAI. Doesn't look bad. I mean, there's a few names that look pretty fucking decent, right? That we would want to see continuations on. Yeah, it was the Sheeb. Sheep is in a nice area. Retest of this original consolidation. Can't quite get above that monthly open. 3 months. We are also just kind of consolidating over here. This daily's popping off, right? So it seems like it wants us to go. Have to see what they do on these. Sheba APT, IOTA, RVN. Kind of back into that original area where we've wanted it off of, or where we originally said it's going to go. Let's see what else we got over here. Flocky. I feel like we were in this one, but then I think we got stopped out on this one. Super Ergo. Ergo got a huge fucking gap for no reason. Soul. I mean, you see a lot of these animals I'd still love to see completed before we do anything. But to the point B, that's sometimes that's enough for those to be quote unquote kind of completed. LTC looks like it wants to fucking get it. LTC, this one looks like it's a nice little flag that wants to break to the upside. This is just me scrolling through all the faves here. Anime. Still waiting for information. Cookie. MNT getting it out again. I'm still waiting for it to hit that 3-month MNT looks decent. MNT back in it. Axel Waxel. Jupe Kava. Maria fucked off. Maria, stop calling us. I don't even want to talk to Maria. VIX Link Doge. Doge swept that. Big Orca Vet Ape Alt. Alt tapped into that same area that we've bumped out of before. So this will be interesting to see if they want to continue this, or if they're done with Alt, considering that we oh my god, they destroyed that. Holy fuck. 3 months. This next month needs to see some fucking upside if we really want to see a nice continuation on these. Top of that daily. See, CRO, KSM, IMEX, CSI, CETUS, Mafia Mobile, RPL, Ripple. Put this over here, see what we got. RPL. See a lot of good reactions on the monthlies, but it's just these weeklies that are opening up bluntly that don't necessarily trust. Not the biggest fan of those. Deep went in deep retracement. Oh, deep previous monthly sweep. That weekly's opening up a little ugly. But sometimes they don't need nothing pretty to continue. XLM, that one's looking good. So if Guy XRM, honestly, that will probably be it for today's stream. We kind of covered some good names. If you guys do got any questions, comments, concerns, make sure to ask away in the comments below. As always, thank you guys for tuning in, for staying with us, for hanging out. Appreciate you guys more than you know. Thank you guys. As always, make sure you check out at Hayes Beats. When we get him to 3,000 followers, we're going to do another giveaway for a lifetime membership of Paper Traders. Earlier today, we announced the winner for the one that we had on my page for 1,000 followers, Mr. Cake. Mr. Cake got it. So congratulations to him. Make sure you guys stay tuned. We're planning on doing these decently often. Unpin that. Make sure you guys are always checking out Blowfin. That's what we're using to trade these perp pairs. That's at Blowfin on Twitter. And make sure you guys use either code Hayes or code Eddie to sign up for these for your Blowfin account. That will give you the best deal. You're gonna be able to get in there and get a nice little initial deposit bonus. That's how that works. So make sure you guys check that out. Yeah, some of these weeklies, I'm not a fan of how they're opening up. Just probably sweep of previous weekly lows and then continuation from there. BCH looks like it wants to get shorted. Sorry, I'm still like looking through some of these fucking names. Yeah, make sure you guys check out Bluffin, right? Either code Hayes or code Eddie. Make sure you give Mr. Hayes a follow. We'll get him to 3,000 followers. We're going to do a nice little giveaway of lifetime membership for the paper traders as well. When we get these streams to 500 concurrent viewers, we're going to do another giveaway, and that is going to be for some merchandise. We're going to give away a nice little hat. We're going to give away a nice little shirt, a hoodie, whatever you want, right? We'll choose maybe 2 or 3 winners for that. So make sure you guys are tuning in, checking it out, sharing with your friends, getting them in here in the house. Or let's set another goal. Let's get at least 250 by next Friday. So Friday the 15th, let's get 150 viewers in the 250 viewers in this house. I believe we can do it. Make sure you guys share. Make sure you guys give it a like. Turbo, discussed that one. Looks good. Fwog just got fucking annihilated. Got squished crossing the fucking road. Yeah, we're gonna keep posting these setups, keep showing you guys. So thank y'all. Tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Tuesday, Mr. Hayes returns, and he's gonna be sitting right across from me, and we're gonna be able to stream together. He's gonna be in the house, so thank you guys. And they'll probably do it. No, actually, no, not yet. One more thing. Make sure you check out at the Paper Traders on Twitter. That's at the Paper Traders. Make sure you also check out that link right there. That's www.papertraders.io. That's going to be the link to go to if you're wanting to see anything that is Paper Traders related. That's the best link to check out. On there, you'll see a few free tools that we offer, some indicators, some things about us. Make sure you guys check those out. If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see a nice little big red button that says View Past Streams. You press that. It shows you any past streams that we have done on this channel. So make sure you guys check those out. Check our track records, how we've done in the past and what we're doing today. Make sure you're always checking out those morning streams as we outline NQ and what we can do on the day. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And that will do it. Peace out.